You're coming into your senior year, so take me back. I believe you girls were warming up, and I don't want to bring up bad memories, but you were on the court when they decided to cancel it. What's going through your mind, Jocelyn, when that happens?
It's just taking me back to the disappointment we had because we knew we had a good chance to go in and compete and win again, but it was just sad being cut that short.
Yeah. What was your reaction when they canceled state?
It was like everyone was devastated because, especially right after we warmed up, so we were ready, we were happy, we were just ready to play, and then they just took it away from us.
Yeah. So how have you dealt with that in the off season? Because this obviously wasn't a normal off season where you could go to all kinds of camps and work out. So how did you two deal with that? Allison, I'll start with you.
So besides like just going to open gym with our high school team, since we didn't get to do those camps and stuff, I played with Joslin on the AAU team, and that helped me a lot. So we got to see good competition and travel, and it was good to play with Joslin.
All right. What about for you? How did you think you dealt with it?
Well, I think it was a lot of motivation, like for this season, so it made me work even harder. And we were lucky we still got to play the AAU season and get together with the team and keep working hard for next year.
Well, talk a little bit about what are your girls' thoughts going into your senior year? I mean, can you kind of believe that it's finally here? I mean, you two have been playing a while. I'm sure everybody in the State's going to be glad when March rolls around, you're done. Well, what's kind of going through your mind as you get ready to start your senior year, Jocelyn?
It's a little bit bittersweet. It's sad it's going to be over for high school, but excited for the season and excited for playing in college next year.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a moment. What about for you?
It's just crazy that we've been starters since our freshman year, and it's like, it's sad, but you're kind of happy that like you're to your senior year and you're at your full potential like during your high school career, and you can only get better for us in college, and it's just a great way to end our career, and hopefully we can end it with a championship.
You got deprived of that. It could have possibly won a championship all 4 years of your high school career. So how I guess bittersweet is it sitting here talking about that now? And particularly because you girls have lost, what, 3 total games your entire high school career? Not many girls can say that. I don't care what level you're at. That's quite an accomplishment, Allison.
Yeah, it was always a goal for us, like class of 2021. Because we've been playing with each other since like 6th grade when I came here, and we're just like, oh, we can do good, and we were hoping for the 4 titles, but 3 will be just fine, I guess.
All right, yeah. What was that thought process last year? I mean, you both talked about how disappointed you were, but you had lost 1 game, and that was to a top 40 ranked team in the nation at the time. So, what else? What kind of were your thoughts? Once you knew it was done, you were disappointed that you weren't going to play. Did that ever kind of enter your mind? Like, man, we were close to wiping everybody off the table in state.
Yeah, I thought we put in all that hard work and we really deserved that win, like the title. But stuff happens and you just move on.
Well, let's talk about moving on. Jocelyn, what are the potential for the Douglas Lady Cats this season, you think?
I think we can win another state title this year. We worked so hard, obviously last year, and this whole summer we've put in a lot of hard work, so I think we have all the potential in the world.
Yeah. You guys are the favorites. How do you think you handle that? Being the target on your back, Allison. How do you think you girls handle that?
I think we do a good job of like not thinking about that and just playing our game and working harder for us, not to prove ourselves, not to prove what other people think about us.
I gotcha. Well, what have you been working on with your game? I know you already signed at the University of Wyoming, and I said we'll get to that, but what have you been working on specifically?
I've been working on like 15-footers and trying to expand my range.
Okay.
And I hope to maybe shoot a couple threes during the season this year.
Is that approved by the head coach who's off to your left, my right here?
Yep.
Oh, goodness gracious. We'll talk about that with Coach Helen Volt coming up. What about for you?
Mostly making my three-point shot more consistent. That's what I worked on a lot.
You both have signed. Why Casper? What appealed to you to go 45 minutes away?
Well, I like being close to home, but everything about the school, the team, the coaching staff, the way they play, I loved everything about it. So it's an easy decision.
Yeah. What about for you, University of Wyoming? What was it with Big G and the staff down there?
They're just so nice, and they were the first to reach out for me, and ever since then, the bond has grown stronger and stronger. And with the other colleges that reached out to me, it just didn't feel the same.
Okay.
And I just feel like Laramie is where I'm supposed to be.
All right, cool. We're glad to have you, trust me, down in Laramie. So, well, as you kind of think ahead to college, but realize you still got one season left, I know you anticipate getting to college. How do you kind of keep your thoughts focused on the present, Jocelyn?
I'm just really trying to keep focused on our senior season so we can win another state title and kind of finish off our high school career.
We'll talk about you. You set, 15 assists in one game, 14 in another game. I think it might be a little easier to rack up those numbers when you got this girl to your right.
It definitely is, yeah.
What happened in those games? Take me back to last season, especially the 15 assist game.
Well, that game I definitely threw to Allison a lot. We had a lot of fast break points. Our guards really run the floor, so that's awesome. And we also shot well that game, so I had a couple assists on three-pointers. So just credit to my teammates for hitting shots. I did an easy job and got them the ball.
Well, that's cool. 15 assists doesn't happen too often. I don't care what level you're talking about, but particularly at high school. So what were you thinking, and what were your thoughts when you found out that she had set a record?
It just proves that she's a great teammate, and it's great to play with her because she will find you if you're on the court and if you're open.
Allison, everybody knows about you. They know about Jocelyn. What else do the Douglas Lady Cats have this year? Who else is filling out this roster that maybe we don't know about?
We have Cam, and she's a really great guard. She gets out and runs, and she's a great defender. We have Allie. She's really strong, anywhere on the court. And Bryn has improved her defense, and she will be a good defender this year.
Yeah.
And rebounder.
Are you a little deeper, you hope, or has that got to develop this year?
I think it will need development, but I think we have a strong six, and I'm really excited. And we also have Chloe, and she's another strong guard out there that will get rebounds when she can.
Okay, all right. So what are your thoughts on the crew that you have? Is it kind of similar to what Allison just talked about?
Yeah, very similar. I think after those girls she named, the rest of our bench is kind of open to who's going to work hard and step up, but those other four that she named are really our core.
All right, let's have a little bit of fun. Let's loosen you girls up just a little bit. Allison, what's the worst pass that she's ever thrown you that you're going, I somehow made a play and scored off this?
I can't remember.
I think I hit the rim on a pass.
The rim passes are good.
Yeah.
Can she dunk?
She can touch rim.
Yeah, I can touch rim.
Is that a goal to dunk in a game?
It was, but now I know I can't. I can't jump.
At least you're honest, I guess, huh?
I'm just proud I got rim. That's all. Just touch it.
Can you out? Is your vertical better than hers?
I can touch the net.
Well, I'm not asking if you can dunk. I'm just asking if your vertical's better.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. What's the worst pass she's kicked back out to you, or on an outlet pass? She ever thrown it just in the stands?
Yeah, I think she might have thrown one over my head out of bounds before. Yeah.
What was that, freshman year?
Probably. Probably.
What's the most nervous you girls have ever gone into a game?
The Thunder Basin game. I'm always nervous to play them.
Now, was that the loss or the win last year?
I don't know what I was more.
Because you lost your sophomore year, you lost to them, but then your junior year you beat them.
I think probably junior year just because we wanted to go in and beat them so bad because they had beat us the year before.
And that was your only loss.
But yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, for me that's it.
I think one of the most nervous games was regionals of freshman year because that was our first big tournament games and stuff, and then it was really close with Buffalo in the championship, and we won by 1 point. So
you didn't choke?
No.
We were this close to.
You were close to it?
Yeah, Cam hit a buzzer beater.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
1 by 1.
All right. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, talk about the tradition here. You girls, you moved here, but you've both been here for a while. What's it like to play at Douglas High School and kind of have this tradition of winning basketball?
Oh. Well, I think you come in knowing this is a high quality program and teams are always you have a target on your back because you're Douglas and everyone knows Douglas, and we've had good teams for so long, and so I think people know you and know you're going to have a talented team, and so it kind of puts a target on your back and motivates you to work hard to keep the winning tradition.
Gotcha.
And I think we prove every year that you don't have to be the oldest and strongest to be like the top players, because like when we were freshmen, we went up and played varsity, and then when we were sophomores, there's freshmen playing varsity, and I think that we should like, as long as you work hard, you will play varsity, and like you don't have to be the oldest and like seniority.
I gotcha. All right, what's something funny about her that you've learned in these last few years that nobody knows? I'm just kidding. You can find at least something though out there, right?
Something funny.
Yeah.
This is a hard one.
Do you got one for her?
I'm thinking.
I'm thinking too. This is a tough one.
Nothing in 3 years has come across that you're like, what in the world, Allison?
This isn't that funny, but she's good at everything. Like, artist, she's insane at art. She's smart in every class. She's good at basketball. She's good at volleyball. Like, track, she's good at that.
Have you ever seen her trip over her feet?
I've seen it myself.
Yeah.
She's good at everything. All right, what do you got? Did you come up with anything about Jocelyn?
This wasn't very funny about mine. But
I couldn't think of anything.
I love her little mannerisms, like she'd be like, "Ooh," and stuff like that. Yeah. She's just really funny, and she's.
Oh, I got one. Allison, when she does something good, she like jumps up and down. I love that one.
All right, best singer on the team, because I know you.
Chloe Collins.
Chloe Collins.
Why?
She does choir.
She does choir.
We don't do choir.
Worst singer on the team who thinks they're the best singer. What's the most fun about bus trips in this state, you think?
Like, since in our state, you get a lot, like, drives are forever long, so you can have the weirdest conversations and then have serious conversations and then
Read a book. She likes to read on the bus.
Yeah.
Who just sleeps and you're like, are they even alive?
Allie, Allison. Yeah.
Do you kind of have to check every once in a while?
Yes.
Just to kind of feel.
And she doesn't like to wake up.
When we get there, you can't get her off the bus. When you finally do, she is not a happy person.
So it's good that you don't play for a while.
Definitely.
Favorite food to eat on the road?
Taco Bell.
I just like turkey sandwiches. I don't care from where. Just.
Worst thing that you eat on the road all the time?
Pizza.
I knew that was coming. Every basketball player says that. That and maybe like Jimmy John's or Subway because
I like Subway.
Well,
I like Subway.
Pizza just.
It's just
No.
You don't like pizza, period?
It's just too much.
Oh, just if you had it every once in a while, it'd be okay.
And different flavors.
Maybe cheese or pepperoni every time.
Nobody asked for a weird batch of pizza or anything on the
I
team?
would, but no one else would eat it, so I don't.
That's okay. You
Have your own.
could have your own. Maybe Cody doesn't. Maybe Cody doesn't allow that.
No.
Coach Hellenbolt, I should say. What is the most fun do you think about playing basketball in this state?
I think that like everyone knows who you are, and so like you're playing and people are calling out your name and stuff like that. I think it just makes the game more fun.
Have you ever gotten rattled on the road? Like fans have gotten in your head at all before?
Not really. Just because they can't. Never mind.
They can't get in your head?
Well, no, I'm done.
Not really.
Sometimes when you go to like Rollins or Buffalo, their student section can be a little mean, but it doesn't really bug me that much.
You've heard it now for 3 years. Once you've heard it once, you've heard it a million times, I guess. All right.
When you're on the court, I don't really hear.
I don't hear anything
else much. So.
Well, that's good. At least you got the mental block going a little bit,
Yeah.
and you're focused on your task at hand. All right. Well, as you get ready for your first games here, what do you think is the most challenging game on the schedule this year? Anything come to mind?
Well, we haven't, like, the 4A teams that we're playing, like Kelly Walsh, Natrona, Riverton, Laramie, South. Like, we've played South in the past. So I'm not very nervous about that game because we know, like, we've seen these, but the other teams we haven't really played against. So it'll just be a surprise, and I hope we are prepared for whatever.
Is it nice, Jocelyn, to have a little bit of a different schedule this year? I know it's not the perfect situation given COVID and everything, but is it a little nice to have something a little unique?
Yeah, definitely. I think it'll be fun to play all the 4A teams and not just the same few teams we play every year. So.
Yeah, but you really would have liked the Energy Classic and a shot at that California team.
Definitely.
Linwood.
Back to, yeah.
Linwood stuck in your craw a little bit. What, have they beaten you twice?
Just once.
Just the once.
Yeah.
We beat them the first year, our
Oh,
sophomore
okay.
year, and then we lost last year.
What happened in that game?
I think we beat them by quite a bit the year before, so I think they came in. I think the first year they kind of underestimated us and thought we were just little Wyoming girls. But then they came back and were like, no, we're not letting this team beat us. And I don't think we had our greatest game that game either. So.
Well, you are little Wyoming girls to California girls, but that's okay. In this state, you're pretty big, trust me. There's a lot of people out there. Well, it's been fun to get to know you and chat with you. I hope I didn't dampen the mood too much here. So, well, best luck to both of you this year.
Thank you.
Thank you.